Hi. Hi, yeah. Hi, Jean.
You know, oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So many people have told me whose mothers or relatives had Alzheimer's, she got it right. She so understood.
Thank
and
you.
I'm telling other people, don't be scared, watch it. How do you think you got it right?
I had a tremendous amount of help from people in the Alzheimer's community. Honestly, I knew nothing about the disease. I've been lucky enough not to have any family members affected. And so I really did everything I could. I had about 4 months to do it, and I started with the National Alzheimer's Association, and they set me up with these Skype calls with women who've been diagnosed with early onset, and I spoke to them about their experiences. And then I went to Mount Sinai, and I talked to Dr. Mary Sano, who's one of the leading researchers and clinicians in Alzheimer's, and talked to her, the other doctors there, and had a neuropsychiatrist give me the cognitive tests, which were pretty extensive.
Was there one person who had that kind of spirit that you end up with in the movie?
They all did. They all did. That was what, and at New York, I went to New York, the support groups with women who were so helpful and really explained to me what it felt like. A lot of the language in my script is taken from there. Sandy Oltz is a woman who was diagnosed at 45, who has red hair, looks very much like me, who remained kind of on board with me the entire time, would email me and give me more information. And what's been most meaningful is that I've gotten a lot of feedback from people in these communities saying that they felt seen and they felt understood. And that was really, really important, because I think there's a lot of shame associated with Alzheimer's disease, and a lot of people feel like they're just not acknowledged. So,
hi, Julianne, straight back here. You're going in, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
So now you go into the Oscar Awards as the favorite. Do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's hard not to think about it when people keep bringing it up. Honestly, this has been a wild and wonderful ride. We made this movie last March. It hasn't even been a year since we finished it. So the fact that any of this has happened has truly been an anomaly, and really has surprised me every single step of the way. I'm trying to remain as calm as I can, as present. I'm incredibly grateful for everything that's been happening for this, and I don't take any of it for granted, not for a minute. Thanks.
Yeah. Julianne, Steve Futterman from CBS News. I wanted to ask you, why do you think this film has touched people so much? And was it hard for you to make this film, this character?
It wasn't hard at all. People have asked me, did I take it home, or was I sad? And I said, no, actually, I wasn't. The movie I think we made in the spirit not of loss and diminishment, but of thinking about what you value, who you love, and what you want to do with the time that you have. In a sense, it makes you feel very aware and very present. And I would come home every day and feel so grateful for my husband and my children and my terrible dogs. But all of it was just something that I was happy about. And and our directors, who are a couple, they've been together for 20 years. Richard has ALS. And so what was happening in their lives was really being mirrored with what was happening in the movie, and they were so incredibly inspiring. Richard didn't speak when we made the movie. He directed through an iPad. And so there they were. What they wanted to do when they got the diagnosis was make movies, because they think that's valuable and important. So I think we were all making the movie with that kind of sensibility.
Hi. How does your husband support you?
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hi.
How does your husband and your family support you through award season, and what does it mean to you?
They are the best. My family, I think one of the things that's so great about this happening, this is my 5th nomination, and the other ones were when my kids were very little. I had babies. Half the time I was nursing, so they were not aware of what was happening. And in this case, they've been completely aware of it and so supportive. And I get texts. I got a text from my son saying, yeah, blow off the Manicam, because they asked me to do the Manicam, and I was like, I can't. So my kids are watching. My husband has been amazing. I said to them when this all started, I'm going to be really busy in January and February, and they're like, that's okay, Mommy. We get it. They've come with me to the things that they can come to. They've been amazing. But they're big people. They're 17 and almost 13, and yeah, so they're great. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.